Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD, PhD. Today is Saturday, July 14, 2018. It is 10:28 and 28 seconds, AM Eastern Standard Time. Half-angle identities. Math words. Half-number identities. Trig identities that show how to find the sine, cosine, or tangent of half a given angle. Half-closed interval, half-open interval. An interval that contains one endpoint but not the other. Half-life for a substance decaying exponentially the amount of time it takes for the amount of the substance to diminish by half. Harmonic mean. A kind of average. To find the harmonic mean of a set of n numbers, add the reciprocals of the numbers in the set, divide the sum by n, then take the reciprocal of the result. Harmonic sequence, harmonic progression, the sequence 1 over 1/2 over 1/3 over 1/4. Note the harmonic mean of the two terms of the harmonic sequence is the term halfway between the two original terms. For example, the harmonic mean of 1/2 and 1/6 is 1/4. Harmonic series, the series 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/4 plus ellipse plus 1n plus ellipse. Note the harmonic series diverges. Its sequence of partial sums is unbounded. Altitude, height, the shortest distance between the base of a geometric figure and its top, whether that top is an opposite vertex, an apex, or another base. Altitude of a cone, height of a cone, the distance from the apex of a cone to the base. Formally the shortest line segment between the apex of a cone and the possibility extended base. Altitude also refers to the length of this segment. Altitude of a cylinder, height of a cylinder, the distance between the base of a cylinder, formally the shortest line segment between the possibility extended bases. Altitude also refers to the length of this segment. Altitude of a parallelogram, height of a parallelogram, the distance between opposite sides of a parallelogram, formally the shortest line segment between opposite sides. Altitude also refers to the length of this segment. Altitude of a prism, height of a prism, the distance between the two bases of a prism, formally the shortest line segment between the possibility extended bases. Altitude also refers to the length of this segment. Altitude of a pyramid, height of a pyramid, the distance from the apex to the base of a pyramid, formally the shortest line segment between the apex of a pyramid and the possibility extended base. Altitude of a trapezoid, height of a trapezoid, the distance between the two bases of a trapezoid, formally the shortest line segment between the bases. Altitude of a triangle, height of a triangle, the distance between the vertex of a triangle and the opposite side, formally the shortest line segment between the vertex of a triangle and the possibility extended opposite side. Helix, a curve shaped like spring. A helix can be made by coiling a wire around the outside of a right circular cylinder. Heptagon, a polygon with 7 sides. Some authors also use the name septagon instead of a heptagon. Heron's formula, Hero's formula, a formula for the area of a triangle used when the lengths of all 3 sides are known. Hexagon, a polygon with 6 sides. Hexahedron, any polyhedron with 6 faces, all of which are quadrilaterals. Note a regular hexahedron is a cube. Third quartile, high quartile, higher quartile, Q3. For a set of data, a number for which 75% of the data is less than that number. The third quartile is the same as the median of the part of the data which is greater than the median. Same as 75 percentile. Higher derivative, any derivative beyond the first derivative, that is the second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. derivatives. HL congruence, hypotenuse-like congruence, when two right triangles have corresponding sides that are congruent. HL similarity, hypotenuse-like similarity, when two right triangles have corresponding sides with identical ratios. Removable discontinuity hole, a hole in a graph that is discontinuity that can be repaired by filling in a single point. In other words, a removable discontinuity is a point at which a graph is not connected but can be made connected by filling in a single point. Formally, a removable discontinuity is one at which the limit of the function exists but does not equal the value of the function at that point. This may be because the function does not exist at that point. Homogeneous system of equations, a system, usually a linear system, in which every constant term is 0. Horizontal, perfectly flat and level. For example, the horizon is horizontal, so is the floor. Horizontal shrink, horizontal compression, a shrink in which a plane figure is distorted horizontally. Horizontal stretch, horizontal dilation, a stretch in which a plane figure is distorted horizontally. Ellipse, a conic section which is essentially a stretched circle. Hyperbola, a conic section that can be thought of as an inside-out ellipse. Horizontal line equation, y equals b, where b is the y-intercept. Horizontal line test, a test used to determine if a function is 1 to 1. If a horizontal line intersects a function graph more than once, then the function is not 1 to 1. Parabola, a U-shaped curve with certain specific properties. Formally, a parabola is defined as follows. For a given point called the focus, and a given line not through the focus called the directrix, a parabola is a locus of points such that the distance to the focus equals the distance to the directrix. Horizontal reflection, a reflection in which a plane figure flips horizontally. Note a horizontal reflection has a vertical axis of reflection. Horizontal shift, horizontal translation, a shift in which a plane figure moves horizontally. Hyperbolic geometry, a non-Euclidean geometry with the following property. Given a line M and a point P, not on M, there are infinitely many lines passing through P which are parallel to M. Hyperbolic geometry may be thought of as plane geometry on a surface shaped like the bell of a trumpet. Hyperbolic trigonometry, a variation of trigonometry. Hyperbolic trig functions are defined as e to the power of x and e to the power of negative x to 6. Hyperbolic trig functions relate to each other in ways that are similar to conventional trig functions. Hyperbolic trig functions play an important role when trig functions have imaginary or complex arguments. Hypotenuse, the side of a right triangle opposite the right angle. Note the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle. Hypothesis, the part of conditional after if and before then. In the conditional, if a line is horizontal, then the line has slope 0. The hypotenuse is a line is horizontal.